Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. In the description below, you can see that email address, your purchase and pricing question line for buying this or any watch you see on our channel, our website, or our social media. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a legend, a model originally launched in 2001. The Langematik Perpetual became the watch you see here from 2007 to 2012, so a relatively short-lived complication. The example you see here is exquisitely equipped with a full bracelet, and that makes this a rare piece. Again, made from 07 to 12, it's a rarely seen model, 38.5 millimeters in diameter by a svelte 10.4 millimeters thick, lug-to-lug 47.2 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. It's compact, throwing it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. You can see it wears well. I can recommend this watch because of the short distance across the wrist and the pivoted end link of the bracelet. There are no solid end links projecting outward. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 13 centimeter circumference. It's a great option if you have a taste for traditional sizes or a smaller wrist. It's also a great unisex option. This timepiece is rich. With a full red gold bracelet, it's not big, but it feels impressively hefty. And the bracelet is gorgeous. It has a kinetic quality to it, the way it undulates, with staggered link size, staggered link alignment, and something rarely seen, staggered link elevation. You can see it creates peaks and valleys along the surface of this handsome curved and snaking bracelet. So it has a lot of apparent energy tied up in the play of light across its surface. Beautiful design. You can also see that the removable links are fixed by screws, so you can easily size this bracelet at home. It's also a good bracelet for hot climbs. This feels like a watch for tropical locations, and underneath there are plenty of gaps to vent the wrist on a hot day. You'll also appreciate that there is a white gold clasp. White gold is the hardest of gold, so it's used for the moving parts, the small moving parts of the clasp internal. You can see Lange blazoned externally. The case band is supplemented by a fully integrated end link, which traces the arc of the case, but also the slope of the lug when viewed in profile. It's a very highly integrated look that makes the watch appear all of a piece. This is a typical Lange case, all of high polish with the lugs broken out as separate sculptural pieces rolling around to the crown side. You can see it's a Lange branded crown. The bezel has a small vertical section and a larger domed portion that gives it an elegance on the wrist and also compatibility with tight cuffs. The pusher adjusters adjust the perpetual calendar. Now the timepiece has a dial that is galvanized silver, but also made of silver. So this dial is sterling silver, so you're getting precious metal inside of precious metal, and we're tripling up with a solid gold moon phase disc rather than the typical PVD brass that you find on most calendar watches and most moon phase watches. We have red gold hands, red gold radially arrayed Roman numerals. We have a red gold frame for the date, and then we have the perpetual calendar. We've got the month indicator and the leap year indicator at 3. We've got coaxial small seconds and a moon phase with an adjustment interval, the moon phase that is, of 122 years. We have a coaxial system for indicating the 24-hour phase of the day, so you know when not to use the pushers during the night zone, and that's the dark zone at the bottom of the semicircle. You'll also see that that is the day. It's the day and the 24-hour indicator with a grand dot or panorama datum up at 12 o'clock. You'll also appreciate that this watch features a 0 reset seconds hacking system. So when you actually pull the crown, you don't just stop the balance, you reset the seconds hand, so it's easy to set the watch precisely. And take note, this watch is loomed, so there will be a loom shot. There is a lovely, partially loomed railroad track outboard for the minutes, and a handsome set of pinched alpha style hands at center, which I find incomparably elegant and superior to Dauphine hands in every way. Now inside we have the caliber L9221. This is the Saxomat. First, take note, a double precious metal rotor, as the rotor itself, which is engraved with the name of the manufacturer, is 21 karat yellow gold, and then the rotor is made of platinum 950. I don't know of any other brand that does that. You can even see there's a driving wheel underneath that's been black polished, so they thought of everything. The screws holding the mast to the rotor are fired blue, and indeed you will find both black polished and kiln fired blue oxidized screws in this movement. It's a 3/4 style rotor, automatic winding with a 46-hour power reserve, the 0 reset hacking seconds. It features 30-meter water resistance, so par for the course for a dress watch. And of course, this timepiece is immaculately hand-finished with all the characteristics of modern fine German finish. It's adjusted in 5 positions, like a chronometer would be. Oops, we're losing our focus right there. And of course, it pivots on 43 pivot jewels. Aesthetically, we should talk about some of the elements that make this distinctively Lange. First, the German silver used for the bridge. This is a nickel copper zinc alloy with the copper element giving this highly anti-corrosive vintage-inspired alloy. It's golden hue. We have the three-quarter style bridge underneath the rotor, which is evocative of the pocket watch era in East Germany. You can also see there is black polish on the swan's neck regulator, the case clamp screws, the pins that help to locate the bridges, and of course the cover to the escape wheel. We have a freehand engraved half bridge for the balance, so no two of those are exactly alike. That's done by hand with a burin and a chisel. And then we have mirrored anglage on the edge of every bridge, as well as an engine turning or stippling on the base plate. This is as good gets. A perpetual calendar, it need not be adjusted until the year 2100. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And we're back with the robustly loomed Langematik Perpetual.